Hello, 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 and welcome. Happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Time is going, I'm telling you, time is going by so fast. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. I am back. Last Wednesday, I wasn't here. So it's good to be back. I'm excited. All right. So in the chat, who do we have in the chat? I saw Mel to the B was in the chat. Hey, Mel, how are you? She's saying, please like, share, and subscribe as you enter the live stream chat this evening. Come on in. If we have people in the mobile chat, Mel is giving us some things to do. Come over here. And in the standard chat, if you want to engage more. But chill, wherever you are, we'll take that too. Keisha, how are you? Look at that hair. The hair is popping. I love the red, of course. Looking good. We got Ocean Sounds. How are you? Look at your beautiful pic. Look at you. You look like you're chilling out on a vacation. That's a cool profile pic to be chilling on vacation. I love that. All right, who else do I see in here? Nancy, wait, Nancy, how are you? She says, good evening, my friends. And then I clicked on Nancy and it went straight to my girl, Mayor Mindy. Hey, Mayor Mindy, how are you? Who do we have here? Oh, another beauty, caring for the others and me. Caring for others and me. I like that. I like how you included yourself in there. Beautiful pic, beautiful hair. I love that. Very good. Guys, we're aging like fine wine, I always say, like looking good. Jamie, how are you? How are you doing, Jamie? We got Sweet Bee in the house. Wait, there's Sweet Bee. Wait, there's see how it's just, this is not cooperating with me today. Hey, Sweet Bee, how are you? Who else do we have in here? Bella Sunset. Look how beautiful. She says, good evening. How are you? Another beauty in the house. Okay. All right. I love that. All right. So today, can you believe it's the middle of the week? The middle of the week. I cannot believe it. The time is going by. And I'm going to tell you guys before we get started, our topic today is kind of related to my last video. And I've been actually getting a lot of comments from people who think their GLP-1 is not working or it's gone wrong. So we're going to kind of talk about what that looks like. If you're somebody that has been successful, meaning to the point where you're in maintenance now and you're maintaining your weight, I would consider that a success. You can help us out because a lot of us need some support. And so we're going to be talking about that. But one of the things I want to talk about before we get started is how your week and weekend has gone. And actually, we have the 4th of July coming up. The 4th of July weekend, it tends to be a lot of food, right? A lot of potato salad, coleslaw, all the things, barbecue. I think barbecue might be safe unless you're eating a lot of fatty meat. But, maybe you're cooking some salmon on the grill. I don't know. So what are you guys doing to celebrate the 4th? How about that? First of all, what are you guys doing to celebrate the 4th? And do you have a plan for the food of it all? Or are you just living your life like it's golden and you don't care what's going on? You're just going to indulge this weekend. So what about that? So do you guys have plans for the 4th? And how are you going to attack the food part of the 4th of July? And I'm going to tell you, on my GLP-1, I don't feel like I'm doing everything wrong. I feel like I'm doing a lot of things right. But I also feel like there are two things, and I'm not going to talk about them here. I'm going to save that from one of my long form videos. But there are two things that I've been doing that I kind of feel like I need to change if I want to see like continual momentum with my weight loss, right? So it's a couple things I'm going to tweak that I've been doing, and they got me to this point, so I can't complain. But I think I kind of need to switch it up. But the third thing I would say that I've worked on that I'm kind of mastering is this sleep. Now I don't know if you guys checked out my community post. I'm going to try to take you over there to my community post because I don't know if people are visiting those posts, but those posts are really for you guys to kind of motivate you. And just to give you some encouragement every day, or maybe ask you questions, just kind of get you involved in thinking about your GLP-1 journey in a more reflective kind of way. And of course, positive, try to put a positive spin on things. But I'm going to take you over here. I'm going to go to my community post. And if you've already read the community post, you know what I'm going to say. But if you have not, I'm going to take you there. Isn't there a song? I'll take you there. So let's go to my community post. And I am so proud of this because this is some area where I struggled for so long. And, I've just been doing the darn thing with it. I'm excited about that. All right. So let me share my screen. I see my other friends have entered the chat. We got Paula. How are you? Paula's Journey to Health. I love that name. Very good. We got Cheryl. How are you? Okay, so let's go to my community post. Now, I hope this operation, I always say this, but I mean it, doesn't shut down. Because I want to take you guys, I want to share my screen over here. Share the screen. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're on Downsizing Diva. Can you see it? I can't tell. Mel, can you see it? Anybody else? Can you see it? Let me take this off the screen. Maybe you can see it better. So you guys, can you see that? So that is my community post. And I am telling you, I got 9 hours and 36 minutes of sleep last night, almost 10 hours. I mean, geez, Louise, I was so excited about that because I have been working on my sleep. So if you go to the community post, it says, hey, Diva fam, last night I got over 9 hours of sleep. I'm beyond excited about it. Since retirement, I'm minding my business. I'm staying hydrated and I'm sleeping good. Get your rest, lower your stress. And then I say, see you tonight at 8:30 p.m. So yeah, I took a picture. And the funny thing is I was going to send that to the mail. Mel's the only person I know who's so excited about sleep just as much as I am. And really, she's more excited than I am about getting her sleep in. And I always tell her, that's why she looks so good. Because she's sleeping. So, and when she doesn't get sleep, I mean, man, she's like determined the next day. And I love that about her. So yeah, so last night, and I'm going to tell you, I am still tired. Is that a thing? Now you can see the quality of sleep was good. It could be excellent. I've gotten some 5.5, 6 hours, sometimes 7 that have been excellent. But you want to get good or excellent. So just the fact that I had good sleep, and that means I was getting some deep sleep. I was getting that REM sleep. It's a variety of stages of sleep that you kind of go through. And so this, I got this this Fanny watch. What's it called? Smartwatch. And I like it because it's and I have the face of it. Wait, I don't know if you can see, but I have the face of it turned off because immediately turn it off because it'll drain the battery. So when I need to see it, I just kind of hit it. But that tracks my sleep. And I'm just excited to get 9 hours and 30 minutes, almost 10 hours. I mean, yesterday I had said to myself, I was going to watch this live stream. And I said to myself, I want to be supportive of people, but I could catch the replay. I also want to be supportive of, my needs and, just taking care of my health, and getting sleep is kind of what I need. So I said, I'm just turning off the TV, the phone, and I'm just going to go for it. And I did. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, so always I kind of have like these bags, not like bags, but like this little puffiness. So if people I thought the puffiness under your eyes had to do with you sleeping, but I found out that's not true. And now I can verify it because I slept good last night, over 9 hours, almost 10 hours. So, and I've been continually getting sleep. And so, yeah, it's not that, It's not that. It's like I don't know what it's exactly called, but we'll have to talk about that another time because I don't want to get too far off this topic. But I did want to bring up that I'm getting sleep. So I don't know. Did you guys answer the question that I asked? Cheryl, wait a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. So Cheryl said she finally got on Zepbound today. Good for you. All right, let's give her some confetti because she was excited about getting on this Zepbound, switching over, coming over to the Tirzepatide world. All right, Cheryl, let's give you some confetti and sending prayers to you for a successful journey. Here we go. All right, very good. How exciting. How exciting. Okay, so did you guys answer? Do you have plans for the 4th? What are you doing? Paula says, ooh, sounds like retirement is treating you well. It is. Jeez, Louise, wait a minute. We got a Medicare. Rita, how are you? Okay, wait. So Cheryl says her Medicare approved it. Very good. So, is this the one that's $50 a month through that bridge program? I told a friend about that for her dad. I need to be trying to get my dad talking to his insurance because he tried a different med. So that med, we want to, kind of follow up and see if that med has worked the way we need it to work. And if not, I want to switch him over. So I'm trying to really think about doing that. So Cheryl, is yours through that Medicaid bridge program, Medicare bridge program? No, it's so hot. I don't want to be up. Oh, so you're not doing anything. Okay. Shawnee, how are you? She says, hi, everyone in the bushes working and listening. Well, welcome in the chat. Thank you for stopping in. What are you and I doing for our birthday? Mine is on Friday. Oh, okay. Very good. Rita, your birthday's on Friday. So we got to sing happy birthday to you because I won't be here on Friday to sing it. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so we got Vivi. How are you? She says, sorry, y'all. Hello again. I'm doing my nail. The nails of it. I love that. Okay, all right. So you only had to pay $45. Okay, so less than the $50. Wow, I love that. Okay, so she says, do we need to move to another one? Oh, you're talking about the other chat? Okay, Cheryl says yes. I'll probably do something with a friend of mine and spend some time with Bernice and family. Okay, so for my birthday, oh, look at my elbow. What is up with this? I gotta get this off. So for my birthday, I'm turning 54. I don't really have big plans yet. I'll probably go to some fancy restaurant just because, I don't really go fancy a lot. So I'll probably do that. And then I'll probably go to do something with my daughter. I don't know. But no big plans, Rita. What are you planning to do for your birthday? No, not a whole lot. My friends are still trying to talk me into having a retirement dinner or party. And I was going to have it somewhere. And then I thought, okay, I'll invite 10 people. Well, that was just impossible. So the numbers started to run up. And so I thought, I'm not spending all that money on a retirement dinner. Like, I just don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So then I thought, okay, I'll have it. My girlfriends were like, have a cookout. And so a couple of them said that, like, you got a nice big backyard, have a cookout, da, 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 da. I don't even want to do that. And I said, well, let's have it at my dad's house because he cooks out. He has a nice yard. So that is the plan, but I haven't picked a date yet. So I don't even know what I'm doing. I want to do it sometime in August. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, 54. I figure when I turn 55, maybe I'll have a big blowout. A big party. But right now, I just want to be chilled out and just enjoying, just being relaxed, being in retirement, getting 9.5 hours of sleep, that sort of thing. So, Miss Rita, what are you doing? Like, when is my birthday? Is it on a Tuesday? Maybe I'll go live on that day and you guys can celebrate with me on that too. I think it's on a Tuesday. I'm not sure. Let's see. It's on a Tuesday. Okay, so I know I'm having a facial. So maybe I'll go live after my facial. will my face be looking jacked up? I had a I had a facial, and whatever they put on this facial, it had my face glowing. I should have went live that day, but I didn't. All right. Okay. So what are you guys having? Okay, Paula is you're taking yourself out to lunch. Now, Rita, is your son still with you, or did he go back to where he lived? Because I know you moved, and so yeah. So is your son still there with you, or did he go back? Are you doing something with him? You're taking yourself out to lunch. I love that. Um, Mel says she wish she could do her own nails. I know. It's Canada Day today. What? I went for a nice long walk, did a heavy lift, took a nap. It was fabulous. Hope everyone has a happy 4th. I know. When I tell you I am busier than I was in retirement, and I don't really even know how it is to be in retirement yet. I won't know until August when school starts back and I don't need to report, right? But I'm telling you, my day started off this morning. I cooked my daughter breakfast. That's another thing. I said to my daughter, she was saying, oh, I want some turkey bacon with my pancakes. Well, we didn't have any. So she was like lightweight complaining. And I said, girl, do you know you get a cooked breakfast almost every morning? Most kids eat cereal and milk. You got to be grateful for what you have, right? Am I right about that? I know I'm right about that. At least all her friends are eating cereal and milk in the morning. They're not eating a breakfast. So, I'm making her pancakes, waffles, eggs, turkey sausage, turkey bacon, so we're out of the turkey sausage and bacon. I don't think I'm gonna be replacing that anytime soon. So anyway, yeah. So I cooked that. And then, what else? So we had the breakfast. Then we went to the gym. I worked out. After my workout, I had to go to Sam's Club and pick up some stuff. After Sam's Club, came home. My daughter had some croissants like a snack because she ate breakfast. I really did not. And then let's see. Yeah, you know what I did eat? I had like a piece of I had a piece of not turkey sausage, but like another kind of sausage, not like a breakfast sausage. And I wanted something for like real quick for my workout. So so I had that, drank some water, and then so when I got back from Sam's Club, I made a salad, and I had some chicken wingdings that I had baked the night before. So I ate some of those. And then I went to the arcade with my daughter. So I came back home from the arcade about 7:00. I sat down, kind of relaxed, and then got ready for this live, got ready and came on this live stream. So yeah, I've just been busy back to back to back. So I left out of the house this morning, and I haven't been back until really, other than eating and then leaving right back out almost until 7. So I'm just busy as a bee can be. Let's see. Okay, we got Bellflower. How are you, my weight loss twin? Okay, so somebody says, I celebrated Canada Day enjoying quiet solo time, a 2-hour nap, sushi for dinner, and time on the treadmill. Excellent job. Very good. My daughter loves sushi. She probably want to hang out with you. Let's see. Okay, so you guys, so Paula says, burgers, dogs, watermelon, homemade ice cream. How do you make homemade ice cream? One of my aunts, she passed on. She used to make the best homemade ice cream when I was growing up. I mean, the best. She had an ice cream maker, but now I see people on TikTok and Instagram making it without even an ice cream maker. They just put it, whatever the concoction is, like 3 or 4 ingredients, and put it in the freezer. So do you do that? All right, here's the question. Cheryl wants to know how I'm doing on my new dose. Well, my new dose, I'm doing good. But I'm telling you, I'm exhausted. Like, I am tired. And I could tell the difference from when I was, because, people might say, oh, well, you started working out. Well, I was working out when I was taking 12.5 too. So, yeah, it's this dose. This dose has tired me out. But eventually, over time, my body will adjust to it. I will get used to it, and it'll be fine. So yeah, and I was like, I thought it was like a big scary monster, and it's not. It is not. So that I was pleasantly surprised. So if you watched my last video, did I talk about where I talk about the max dose? Let's go to this video since we're on here. We talked about the max dose, and I am on the max dose, and Because people are watching the video, so that's a good thing. So let's go to my channel. So, and boy, let me tell you, these people are watch it and subscribe it. Okay, so here I am. What happens when your GLP-1 goes wrong, which is kind of what we're talking about today. I finally hit the max dose. There it is. So look at that max dose. I am excited about this max dose because I just really thought, look at those videos. Jeez Louise, I'm telling you, when I say people are watching these videos, I'm excited about that. Since we're talking about the videos, let's just go to the videos. Look at these videos. Some people are watching this Dr. Bobby video, 53,000 views. Look at my Hard Truths video, 30,000 views. And look at the time, 1 month ago, 2 months ago. This one I did 3 weeks ago, 22K views. I mean, and then I could go on and on, but I'm going to stop right there. I'm just going to stop with those 3. But people are actually really watching things. So I appreciate that. I really do. Let me stop this. How can I stop sharing? Okay, here we go. So I appreciate people watching the videos. That just makes me happy. Let's see what else I was gonna say. Penny Whammy, how are you? Welcome to the chat. So yeah, so and then I want to say, I have this little icon up 7K. So I'm at 7,600. So I'm eyeballing 8,000. Can you believe that fast? Again, I'm eyeballing 8,000. So hopefully we'll get to 8,000 here pretty soon, and we can celebrate 8K. How about that? 8K sounds, it has a ring to it, doesn't it? Okay, so okay, so we are we're gonna talk about, so I have a question for you guys. So you guys told me about what you're eating and all of that. All right, so I have a question. My question is, I'm wondering this from you guys. When was the last time you questioned yourself about your GLP-1 journey? Has anybody been wondering, like, what's going on with my journey? Is it too slow? Is it too fast? Am I not losing enough? Like, what am I actually doing on the journey? Has anybody wondered about those things? Are you one of those people? And for me, I think what I'm wondering about is, wait a second. I'm trying to get this right. So I think for me with my journey, I think what I'm wondering about is, gosh, when I lose more weight, how much more flabby will I get? Because I feel like, especially with my arms, my daughter was just jiggling these arms the other day, and that LL Cool J song, is that LL Cool J who sings, "You're jiggling, baby, go ahead, baby. You're jiggling, baby, go ahead, baby." I feel like that's me. Like, I got the jiggles. And I'm losing slow, so it could be worse. If I was, drop that 80 something pounds, if I drop those pounds super fast, I mean, you could forget it. Because I've gone slow, I do think that has really helped me and supported me. So, but I'm wondering from you guys, what have you been questioning on your journey? So, okay, so Bella says she questioned herself 2 weeks ago. And what are you questioning, if you don't mind sharing that? Let's see. Okay, Cheryl said, have I talked to Miss Toy? Okay, so you know what? I have not actually talked to her, but I have emailed back and forth with her, and she says she's doing fine. She's doing fine. She made it through her surgery successfully, and that's really the biggest thing, right? You can make it through, and then it's just a matter of taking care of yourself, and she knows exactly what to do. So she is fine. She is healing. She's on the road to recovery, and just recuperating here. And I'm excited to see her when she's healed and where she wants to be. And she had things done with her arm, so I'm curious to see like how that looks for her. Because that's one of my, one of the things places on my body that I'm probably the most insecure about is my arms, right? Because I've never loved my arms. I don't care what size I've been. I just never loved them. So, okay. So Reset with Anissa, how are you? Norma, how are you? Let's see. People are saying hello. Okay. So Bella said she didn't have weight loss, so she was kind of questioning herself. All right. So Vivi says she questions herself all the time. All right. So Vivi and let's see, who is that? Bella. I'm in this too. Like I'm questioning myself too with some things, and it's a couple things I want to tweak. And so when you question yourself, when we're questioning ourselves, how do we get back on track with it, with what we're doing? How do we get back on track when we're questioning ourselves? You're getting your arms done in 9 days. Jeez Louise. Okay, very good. So we'll have to watch that too and see how you do with that. I love that. Is Elizabeth in here? I didn't see her. Let's see. I'm scrolling down. So Ocean says she questions herself all the time. I lost a lot in the beginning. Since then, I barely lost anything. Let's turn it into my story. My people. That is turning into my story. You know, do you guys know who Pam is, Pamela? That's kind of her story too, but I think she's starting to tweak some things with her protein and all of that and starting to lose again. What's her channel name? Perfectly Pamela. I was like, I had to remember that. Perfectly Pamela. I'll be seeing Perfectly Pamela here pretty soon in the flesh. And so Perfectly Pamela, I remember she was doing the same thing. She like lost really fast, was a super responder, was talking about how she was a super responder. And then she, you know, her weight loss started to slow down. And this is one of the things that I know sometimes we say, and this is not Pamela, this is just me. You know, sometimes when you're on a weight loss journey and then you're cruising and then your weight loss slows down. And then when you hit a stall or a plateau, it doesn't encourage you to like tighten up. You know what you start doing? Probably slipping and eating a bit here, eating a bit there. And I know I speak for myself, at least for me, you know, doing things that aren't in my routine because I'm a little frustrated with it instead of staying like vigilant, don't change a thing. That's what you're supposed to do. Stay vigilant, don't change a thing. But I want to tell you, those emotions kick in, you know, you should, you know, really keep doing what you're doing. But sometimes you just get so, you feel like, well, I'm not losing anyway. I may as well have this little bite of this or this little piece of that, you know, and that just throws you off even further. And what I have learned, you know, that's not helpful, but it's hard not to do, right? It's hard not to do. So what do you guys do when you get stuck like that? All right, Nancy says, I used to have royal jelly for years. Love it. Recently added retinols and, how you pronounce it? Niacinamide. It's helpful for your sunspots. Too much time laying on the beach without any sunscreen. Yes. And that's where I have my little, you know, things from. Well, this was like a little bit of acne right here. But I have sunspots. Like when you see me in the flesh, you'll see like those sunspots. I remember my friend was sitting next to me one day and she hadn't seen me in a long time. And she was like, Shay, you have sunspots. And I'm like, and you know what? I never thought that I could get sunspots. Because I'm really not in the sun. Like, when did the sun get me? But I do. And you know, that's the thing. As you age, like things just happen. Things just happen. So when I got a facial not too long ago, and the guy told me that, you know, I said, how is my skin? And he was like, you have beautiful skin. He said, you know, your only thing is these little dark spots you have, like in some places. And he told me if I go get this facial once a month. Now this facial is one of those fancier ones. So they use a machine and all that. So it's expensive. So I said, I'm barely making it at this gym. I can't on top of that get a facial, this expensive facial every month. So he told me for the next 3 months to go. He told me for 3 months in a row to go and get it. And then start going like every 3 months after that with this fancy facial. Right. So, yeah. So I don't even know if I'm going to keep that up. I don't know. But you know, who knows? Okay, so anyway, there's that. Okay, so what are you guys saying? Elizabeth, she says, look at that beautiful hair again. I'm here, came in late. I'm also watching soccer. Go team, whoever is your team. Okay, so really quick before let me see, is anybody saying anything? Let's see. Okay, so Vivi says, I feel like I'm going back and forth between the 290s and back to into 300. So now I'm like, I need to do some changes. Yeah, that's all you do is just switch some things up, and then eventually you'll find something that clicks for you. And that's just what I do. And you know what? And I wouldn't stress out about it because you've done such a great job. Let's celebrate the great things we're doing, and let's not let the scale bring us down. But it's naturally when you're weighing yourself, you can let it bring you down. But I say focus on the great things, tweak some things, and yeah, and just keep going. Keep going. As long as you don't give up, you're in there. Okay, so I have to remember this is a marathon, not a sprint. I pinpoint where I'm getting off track. This week is hydration, so I've been prioritizing water. Yeah, and that's the best thing. And that's a reminder that we need to focus on one thing at a time. You know, when people say, I'm overdoing all the things, like let's pick a few things and let's get those down. And once you get those down, then you add something else. So for me, for a long time, it was protein. Remember that? Remember I was having such a hard time with protein. Still am on some days, if I'm being honest, because I'm just not a protein girl. But, I have focused in on that. And I said, I got to get the sleep in. Like, to me, sleep was a priority for me because sleep is like a domino effect to everything else you have going on. And so I made a conscious effort to get that sleep in, go to bed, no matter what I was doing, what was going on. I was going to get in the bed and get the sleep and put the YouTube to the side, put the schoolwork to the side. And I'm so glad I did that because I mastered that. So now, I started with the protein, then I went with the sleep. So now I got to hone in on a couple other things that I'm doing that I know is a distraction for me on what I'm trying to do on my journey, right? And now that I'm on 15 milligrams, it's a perfect time to go for it. So yeah, so there's that, Thank you for that, though. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. People are saying good luck to Pam. Pamela's talking about muscle loss. Yeah. You said, yeah, I say that a lot too. And I think I talked about that in our interview, Pamela. I really think that these doctors in Eli Lilly, I don't care who does it, they need to come up with a guidance on a healthy lifestyle for so many. It should be like universal, but it's so different to so many people. I think they need like something in the pamphlet or give the doctor something if you don't want to be responsible for that in your medication, but that just gives people guidance. Because when I started, my doctor never said how much protein to eat. And I'm going to be making a video about this because I've gotten different protein protocols from my primary care doctor, the dietitian, and the personal trainer. So it's like all three of them said different things, but I get it. If you think about what field they're in, they're thinking about their particular area. They're not necessarily thinking about you as a whole person. Although the trainer said that he was, but I don't know. So I'm going to tell you what they said. I found that to be so interesting. But yeah. Okay, but I think getting as much protein as you can without damaging your kidneys or any other underlying conditions you have going on. I think that's probably a good thing, right? It should be a good thing to do. And while I'm talking about the protein recommendations, let me just put this on here. Because I don't want anybody to be saying Downsizing Diva told me to eat this much protein and then I'm in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble with anybody's doctor. Okay, so this content in the video is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not constitute medical advice, or I'm not telling you to go out and eat this much protein or that much protein, but I would definitely have a conversation with your doctor about it. This is a simple thing maybe, but I use a straw to drink now. Otherwise I sip and sipping it and getting it done. Yeah, so I sip all the time. But out of this, container, I like a good straw action. I mean, geez, Louise. So Mel's talking about the Florida and sunshine of it all. We love that. I don't think they're freckles. I have a friend who has the most beautiful freckles. No, they're not freckles, I don't think. And the guy with the facial would have told me if they were freckles. I don't think they're freckles, but that's a good question. Um, Bellflower says, yeah, as your body continues to shrink and change, you may change your habits because your smaller body requires something different. At least that's been my experience. Yes, and I think that's where people go wrong, especially with that TDEE calculator. I was always telling people in my earlier videos, go to that website, calculate your calories, figure out, how much you're eating. And one of the things I realized is that's a great start, but you also got to go back in there when you lose weight. That's what I loved about Weight Watchers, is that Weight Watchers, they would adjust your points. Once you got down to a certain point, let's say if you had 40 points, once you lost a certain amount of weight, now you were at 38 points. Then you lost a certain amount of weight, you were at 36. Then you lost, you know what I'm saying? So they took you down. And when you're doing this just your own journey, sometimes it's hard to remember that. And some people weren't doing it at all. So that's what has tripped me up too, to be honest. Yeah, we're having a heat wave here in Ohio. It's so crazy because we had hail. A week later, we had a heat wave. I mean, it's just insane. Jeez Louise. But thank you for that, Bellflower. Okay, after this comment, we're going to sing happy birthday to Rita really quick. I don't want to forget. Try not to focus on the number on the scale, but how I feel and how you're close. Yes, I exercise, you do squats, weights, hula hoop, treadmill, and now you're jumping rope. Jeez Louise. So I have to tell myself the number means 0. If you're doing all that, you deserve some confetti just for the effort of it all. Jeez Louise. We love that. Go Bella, go Bella, go Bella, go Bella, go Bella, go Bella. I can see you now on your treadmill, doing it, and doing it well. Love that. Okay, very good. That's a lot you're putting into it. Okay, let's just take a quick little break here and sing to my girl, Rita. Rita, are you still in here? Where are you? I want to put your name up there. Okay, where is Rita? Rita, say hello or something. 100 degrees. It was 95. It was 95 or 98. Oh, today for us. Jeez Louise. 100 degrees. I mean, that is craziness. Rita. Oh, Rita. Is she here? Where's Rita? MVP. How are you? Hello. Sometimes when I have my TV on, and I'm watching, some of my videos, if I'm watching YouTube, a video pops up and I hear myself like, Rita or Bell to the beat. I'm like, this lady is so animated. Rita, I'm glad you're here. We're going to say happy birthday. Stacy, you got to be kidding me. 99 degrees in Baton Rouge. Jeez Louise. It's getting hot in here. We're not going to take off our clothes. It is so hot in here, but we're not taking our clothes off. But actually, if you did, anybody but me, no one would know if you took your clothes off. But I'm keeping I know it. All right, so Rita, 62. We love that for you. Rita, geez, Louise, looking good, Rita. Okay, so let's sing happy birthday to her. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Miss Rita. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Rita. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. 62 looks good on you. 62 looks good on you. Happy birthday. Yay! I love a good birthday. We love it. Okay, let me get this off the screen. Jeez Louise. All right, Rita, I hope you felt the love. Jeez Louise, 62. Not for nothing, 62. I mean, I tell you guys, a lot of you guys are aging backwards. I love that. Very good. I hope you feel good. You look good. I hope you feel good. People are saying happy birthday. Let's put this up. I just love a good birthday. Okay, so we got happy birthday. Look at all these birthday wishes. Thank you. Oh my goodness, happy birthday. I was like, oh geez, Louise, I probably on some people's nerves. Louisiana doesn't play. Oh, humidity. I can't even imagine. Okay, she's saying thank you to everyone. We got some more happy birthdays. Okay, very good. Geez, Louise, I love that. I feel like another, I know some people aren't into the age of it all, but I feel like a birthday. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. This is so true. I feel like a birthday is another, just kind of like another sign from God for you to get it right this year. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like this God saying, okay, you got another year to get it together. And I mean, gosh, how can you not be grateful for that? So that's why how I think of a birthday. I don't really think of it as necessarily getting older. I'm not attached to that number, but I'm attached to how I feel, and I'm attached to just getting older. I love the fact that I want to get older. I want to get to 62, like Miss Rita, and 30, 40 plus more years after that. So there's that. So we love that. So yeah, ladies, if you can, I know it used to be a thing where women didn't want to tell our age, and that was because it's a lot of ageism out there. But let's own it. Let's own it, because we look good, we feel good, and we're smart. One of the things I love about getting older is age brings wisdom for most folks. Now, I'm not gonna give that title to everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody, but I always tell you guys, who remembers what I always say? I don't want to be an old what? Do you guys know? Fill in the blank. I always say, I don't want to be an old what? If you're an old diva fan, what have I been saying? Does anybody know? What do I say? I don't want to be an old what? And this is when it's going to come to dating. Because I think with most things, yes, man. And I think I probably tell her that more than anything. I say, I do not want to be an old fool, so stop me. And I say that a lot too when it comes to dating. Because I feel like at this age, I'm at 53, going on 54. I feel like I got to be smarter in my selections. Yeah, you're right, Paula. So I don't want to be an old fool. So you guys got to stop me. You see me making a foolish mistake out here in the dating world. And how will you know? Because I'm going to tell you. I might have to come on here and ask for some advice. We have a lot of people who've been married for a long time, and we have a lot of couples that are just doing a great job with growing together. I think that's probably the hardest part, if you've been with somebody for a long time, to grow together. So I don't know. I don't know. I always have the younger guys approach me, but I am not against an older guy, like a distinguished gentleman. So if you know any distinguished gentlemen, send them my way. How about that? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Rita says, do you remember when you posted about the Lilly Compassion programs? I didn't apply for that, but I go Monday for my first appointment. Ooh, to see if you get accepted into the retatrutide trials. What? Rita, good luck. All right, so we got to sending positive vibes your way that you get accepted. Jeez, Louise, how about that? Oh my gosh, that's exciting. Okay, very good. All right, so wait, let's give her some confetti. Hopefully that'll give you some good juju, good vibes. We love that. I'm going to be using the bathroom all night. I probably won't get 9 hours of sleep in tonight. I'm drinking this much water this late. All right. Stacy says, today is my work anniversary. 35 years down. I started as a teacher, then a school counselor, school administrator, and now in the district office. I totally respect teachers. Yay! Oh my gosh, 35. Jeez, Louise. So, I'm freshly retired with 32 years in. Jeez, Louise, I wish I could have gone to 35. But I just had to get out before they start changing up our retirement again. So, and I just thought, geez, Louise, this is my time to go. All right, so we got to give you some confetti. I mean, excellent job. Geez, Louise, you have put in the work, my friend. All right, here we go. Stacy, thank you for all you do. 35 years is a lot of time. Geez, Louise, we love that. And I say, people go to different jobs. I'm not against like going place to place. I think, I always say, if you see I've been at a place for a long time, I've been respected, appreciated, and felt love. Because I don't stay. I'm not going to say I don't go, because you don't know when you go. But I don't stay anywhere where I'm not loved, respected, appreciated. If any of those things aren't going on, I am out of there. That's in a relationship, that's in a friendship, that's in a situationship, that's in whatever I do. And yeah, so I think to be at a job I was at my job for 32 years, same district, same grade, third grade. I was always the third grade teacher of record, although I taught a 2-3 split, and then I taught 3, 4, 5. So can you imagine third, fourth, and fifth graders all being in the same room? It was experimental, and we stopped that. It was a lot. So, but I've always been the third grade teacher of record. So when I left, I had like the top seniority. The guy that had it before me retired the year before. So yeah, so I was like the top, and it was like so scary to make that big move because I was, just in like Flan. But it'll be the next new person coming along, and doing it well, hopefully. Let's see. All right, so we celebrated Rita. We just celebrated Stacy. Jeez Louise, Stacy, thank you for your service. I just love that. Perfectly Pamela, how are you? She says, hi, Dee Dee and Diva fam. And wait, we got our Pammy Whammy is a teacher. We got Reset with Anissa is a guidance counselor, I believe. A teacher is also Perfectly Pamela. I was just talking about you and your channel. Let's see. Okay, do we have another retired teacher in here? Did you say you retired from teaching now? I retired 2 years ago at age 60. I taught for 30 years and love it. It's nice not to get up at the right time. I've also lost 50 pounds on Zepbound in 7 months. Well, you go. GLP-1 teacher's journey. Woo! Oh, okay. Let's give her some confetti. I just love this. Teachers unite. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Hey. Very good. So you retired at 60. Oh, I know you feel good. Jeez Louise, you could just relax and chill out. Are you doing anything in addition to, with your, like, do you have like a little side job, or are you just not doing anything? How is that going? You met 4 teachers on YouTube. Jeez Louise. Yeah, people are saying 35 years is amazing. And this is saying, how does it feel retired? You know what? And that's actually, I'm to be honest, won't know until August comes when the kids are supposed to go back and I don't go because I'm used to being off in the summer. You know what I mean? So I'm like in my summer routine. But I will tell you, I've been busy with like paperwork. First of all, I have to get a new car. I'm going through that whole thing. I'm going to tell the real story about, and I shouldn't say the real story, the whole story about what happened with my car. I really haven't even told a lot of people like all the deets on that. But so I ended up having to get a brand new car in the midst of the when ending my retirement. This whole thing went on with my car. So that's just, I still don't have a car. I'm still driving my dad's car. So that's been a situation. And then, but just like the insurance, so I try to go to as many doctor's appointments as I could before my insurance switched over. But I still have like my Mounjaro, I had to get that switched over. My Evamis, my progesterone, I had to get those. So I had to deal with the insurance, the new insurance, which has been smooth, right? It's just a matter of like how everything had to be reauthorized. So that's been a hassle. And then my dad's medication, calling about that. So I feel like if there's a customer service position open, I'm qualified for it because I've been talking to so many people. It's crazy. And then I had to make sure like my YouTube channel wasn't connected to my teaching channel, my teaching, situation. It's just been one thing after another with things that I had to do. And then it's just like, it kind of all snowballed, which is why I wasn't sick last week when I didn't come. I just had so much going on that it was not enough time in the day. And I just was like mentally tired, not like physically. Do you know what I mean? Because I was doing so much. So yeah, it was just a lot going on. So then I'm managing my household, my dad's kind of, bills in his household, and, helping him remember things that he has to do. I have to pay. We have to do this and that. So it's just a lot. And then my daughter, her schedule is like she's all her own person. Like she has a schedule, she has friends, she has play dates, she has summer school. I mean, not summer school, summer camp. She has, play dates. She has, birthday parties. So dealing with all that. Then I've been to. Now you asked me all this stuff. Then I have. Before I retired at my school, we had 4 different things for my retirement. So I had the board office had something, or my union had something. I used to be a negotiator for our contract. I used to be big up into my union, a union rep for years and years. So the union had something. Then my financial advisor had a get together, and then my actual school had something. So I had 4 different things that I went to. So that's why I'm kind of not into having like a friends and family thing, because I'm partied out. Then 2 of my close friends, well, one of them is not as a close friend, but we hang out. But the other one is like one of my really close friends. She retired and they had a joint retirement party. So I went there. Then one of my parents that worked at the school, she ended up having a retirement party. I didn't even realize she was retiring, but she had a retirement party. I went to that. And then at birthday parties, I mean, it's just, I've been partied out. So yeah, it's just a lot going on, a lot going on. So long story short, ask me in August. Ask me at the end of August and I'll have a genuine answer about how I'm feeling about retirement. Because right now I just feel like it's the summer and I'm on break. So, you sub 2 or 3 days a week. You're working on remodeling your house project. Yes. So I'm also have some housing projects coming up. I'm so excited about hiring what do you call a housekeeper, somebody to just like go through, I want somebody to like dust like behind the curtains and the blinds. I want somebody, and you guys, I don't know if you've ever thought like, why does this lady have blinds? I don't want curtains. I just don't like them. I like the blinds. I don't know if it makes my house look outdated or what. And I could change, but I just don't want to. So I'm going to have somebody come in and clean all that. I'm going to have somebody clean, like buff my hardwood floors. I'm going to have somebody come in and like clean all the carpets, but I really want somebody to like dust the knick-knack stuff. And I just have a lot of stuff to get rid of. So I was just looking today. I'm going to go to Dress for Success because I have a lot of like slacks that I've never worn. They are too big now that I'm going to give to Dress for Success. I have a lot of blouses that I haven't worn, still have tags. I'm going to give those away. And then I have some things I ordered from Shein. They're new and I can't wear them. Like I could wear them. I just don't like the way they fit. So I'm going to give those probably to the ones that are dressy. I'll give them the Dress for Success. Otherwise, I'm going to take them to the Goodwill. So that's my job to work on this week. So I'm going to try to get a video out Friday and Sunday, maybe just Sunday, because now that I'm thinking about it, because it's already Wednesday going into Thursday. And I just got a lot of clothes to go through. So that's what I plan to do. And next week is, I'll be meeting with some people with the DD's meetup. We got a small little intimate group. I'm excited about that. So that's next week. And yeah, I mean, it's just time is going by. My daughter has an appointment. Her godmother said, what are you going to do with all that hair? Like, how am I supposed to care for all that hair? So I'm going to get her hair braided. One day next week so she can be all set. But my daughter knows how to do her own hair, actually. But I just thought to save her time in that mirror, I'm going to get her hair braided. Wait a minute, hold on, because my daughter's here. She knows she's not supposed to interrupt my live. So this better be super important. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so my daughter hears her name and she thinks she got to make a what do you call that? An appearance. No, you don't. Just stay what you are and do what you're doing. Okay, so let's see. Okay, yeah. So I am busy. Jeez Louise, I know you guys like, I wasn't expecting to hear all that. You're going on a group cruise. Everyone is invited when you retire. When are you retiring? I think I'm choosing March. For me to say the school year needs to start. And it's so funny, technically you could leave in March. So that's another thing about, and I don't know if this is for teachers in our contract too, but as far as our state, this is not even our contract, but you have to, I think we have like 182 days on our calendar, 82 or 87. And in order to be considered having a 1 full year of service, you have to work 120 days. So technically, I could have left in March too, but I just decided to stay all year. And most teachers do that. We had a teacher who I used to was really tight with when she was teaching. We kind of lost touch. She retired maybe 10 years ago, but she left in March, and it was like a shocker because usually teachers, if you have a homeroom, class, or like especially elementary, you don't leave right in the middle of the year. But a guidance counselor, see, you could do it because you're not tied to a homeroom. You don't have kids like reporting in your class in the morning. I don't think. Maybe you have a check-in. I don't know. So it's a little different. So really, when March came, I just knew. I was like feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself because I'm like, I can go. But of course, I stuck it out, stayed, and wanted to, right? Because it's just my class, and the parents, and just to see it through. But I don't judge anybody who wants to go, because I always say teaching is one of those jobs. Being a counselor, anything in a school environment, anything working with kids, you need people that really want to be there, that they have the mental capacity to be there. They're not what's the word, burnt out, because you can get burnt out. You really can. And it's so much you see dealing with these kids and families. Gone are the days when, even kids were with their mom and dad. Now, a lot of these kids are with grandparents. The parents are nowhere to be seen or heard or found. And, they're not deceased. They're just not there. So there's that. So you got a lot of that going on. And all that comes with when you're a teacher, like all that's heavy. So that's why I respect teachers so much, because I don't think people understand what we go through. And most of you, it's kind of like preaching to the choir. You and your family and what you're doing. But when you put that in the mix with all these other kids and families that aren't doing half of what you're doing. Like I told my daughter, a lot of kids aren't getting prepared meals for breakfast every day. Or on the weekends, during the school year, a lot of times she didn't even really want to eat. Plus they serve breakfast at her school. But on the weekends, I'm in there and I'm cooking. I'm just not saying eat cereal and milk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just, everybody is different. And so I just think that it's just a different time, especially with this AI. It'll be interesting to see how this all unfolds with the schools, what AI is doing. Teaching and being in the medical field, and not for nothing, doing pedicures. That's another And I saw somebody in there not too long ago with some feet that only their mother could probably do that pedicure, but the lady stuck in there and tackled it out. Yes, and you know what? That is so needed, because now, not for nothing, I'm in Ohio. You hear so many stories about kids bringing weapons into the school. I mean, it's just insane. And I know that happens everywhere, but bringing weapons into the school, shooting it out in the cafeteria. Oh, I mean, it's just, so now we have laws here now that you can carry a weapon. It's a certain process you go through. So now these teachers are armed. So I would say, if you think you're coming into schools now just shooting it up and nobody's going to be, we have an officer in my particular school, and every school that I even know of here, where the officers are there on duty, walking around. They're part of the school community. Like it's like the guidance counselor is regular, so is the police officer. They're just a part of the school. And we do drills. It's so scary though. We do drills where we lock down, we practice what to do if an intruder comes in. We practice how to be on offense. We practice how to be on defense. It's crazy. So that's why I say, and I know I've talked to even some people on, in this GLP-1 community who ask me my teaching advice. And I tell people, be respectful to the kid's teacher if they have to be in there, because not for nothing, if something ever went down, that teacher could possibly save your kid's life. I think you have to look at it from that point of view. And I feel like if there's a teacher that I can't give that at least a little bit of respect to, then my kid doesn't need to be in that class at all. At all. I need to be putting them in a different class, which as a parent, you have an option to do that if it's that bad. So that's why I just say, let's just kind of be respectful. Think about it as you got to think about this is like my child's protector, not just my child's teacher. That should be the way you look at it from here on out. So if that keeps you from cursing that teacher out, let that stop you, because that teacher could possibly save your kid's life. So there's that. So yeah. So and some of my daughter has had teachers over the years who I didn't care for. I still get them a teacher appreciation gift. I still get them a gift card on Christmas. I still give them an end of the year gift. Just because I appreciate the fact that they are there, right? Yeah, I might not like everything they do, but it's not enough where I just moved her out. So there's that. So anyway, all right, we got off on a tangent about the whole teaching of it all. If you want some teacher advice, let me know. But yeah, the schools are scary. So just say a prayer, because we all need it. I mean, not for nothing. We all need it. Okay, what time is it? It's 9:35. Okay, so let me ask you this question. This is the question I want to know. I want to know, are you guys happy with how your body looks today? Like today, and you could just say yes or no. Like if you had to strip down today and somebody said, do you love the way your body looks? Are you going to say yes, or are you going to say no? And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put my answer in the chat. And I'm going to say no. No. Oh, dag, that's crazy, Paula. That is so crazy. I'm so glad I'm out of there. Jeez, Louise. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And just imagine, just think about when your kids have parties and you're just trying to entertain the kids. Just think about, and maybe you have 10 or 15 kids, maybe 20 kids. Just imagine being in the room and having to teach them, and you're responsible for their learning outcomes, not just entertainment. So it's pretty stressful. Journey, how are you? She says, hey, Dee Dee, and everyone in the chat. Okay, so did I miss my question? So are you guys happy with, I'm looking for these answers. I saw Journey up in the house. We got Renita. How are you, Kim K? How are you? All right, so you guys are saying, so you say no. We got another Downsizing Diva says no. Nope. No. But you're getting there. I love that. In clothes, yes. In my birthday suit, not so much. No, I wish I could say no. We got a lot of no. Oh, Ruth. Yeah, and look at you looking fab. I love that profile pic. That profile pic is your glamour shot for sure. Okay, absolutely not. I should have said that too. Absolutely not. Okay, yes, you are very good. Mindy says, but unfortunately, I get to wear clothes. Okay, so yes. Okay, very good. And I love this Journey. You're saying yes. Grateful for what my body can do now, but no. Okay, I love that answer. Okay, so let me ask you this, because I'm a no too. And this might help me decide why you say that. So think about this: of money or safety, because those are my two concerns, right? Especially the safety. Safety first, money second. If there was a medical procedure you would have on your body, if money or safety wasn't an issue, is there a medical procedure or cosmetic that you would have on your body? What would you do? And I'm going to tell you, if it was safety was not an issue, money was not an issue, I think I would have a tummy tuck, and I would have my arms. I would have a tummy tuck. I think I would have that first, and then I would do my arms. So what would you guys do? And now remember, money is not an issue and safety is not an issue. So what would you have done? So I'm going with the tummy tuck first, and then I'm going with my arms. If I get a tummy tuck, is that going to help my back fat? I don't know. Is it? I wonder. Let's see. Um, you say, oh, Carol, how are you? You said not even close. You're not happy. No, okay, no. Oh yeah, this is that's kind of sad because we're all like a lot of us have lost a lot of weight and we don't like how our bodies look. Looks overall, yes, but some things could be surgically improved. Okay, yeah. So what would those things be? What do you think? So you saying closer to yes than you used to be? Okay, I would agree with that. I'm all for it. So Pamela says she'd get her arms done too. Okay, perfectly, Pamela. I can agree with that. No, I had some operations on my stomach, like C-sections, hernias, hysterectomy, and it feels like I have a small basketball around area of your stomach. My bat wings want me to fly, and the clothes are good. Smile. Oh my goodness! So you wouldn't have anything if you could have anything. You got the top docs up in here operating on you. You wouldn't. Let's see. Yes, bring on Sonabella. Okay, very good. All right. I think I read Dee Dee's mind. To be real, I'm much happier with the way I look today than how I looked a year ago. I am too. Now, I will say that. I am too. Yes, loose skin removal, arms, thighs, and stomach. Yes, yes, for sure. I do my arms, but I'm happy even if I didn't. What's up with the arms? You know, a lot of people need their arms or want their arms done or feel like they need it. So I think that must be the place where you can't really tighten up even if you got a muscle there. Because I say to my daughter, you know, I got these flabby arms. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the flab. And my daughter will say, like, Mom, she'll say, I love that. She loves like jiggling it. Remember I say jiggling, baby? Go ahead. But she loves to jiggle the arms. But it's just so much fat. And so no matter how much muscle I feel like I'm getting on here, and now my daughter says she can't see the muscle. I just think she just is not giving me that credit. But I can feel my little muscle moving here. But yeah, it's like, geez, Louise. So I guess that area is probably, you can get a muscle there, but it's just not gonna fill up where that fat was, huh? Jeez Louise. If no safety, I'd have lower body lift, breast lift, and arms done. Yes, the breast too. You know, the breast doesn't bother me so much because I feel like, can we talk? Can we talk? I feel like when you're laying down, they're sitting up. You know what I'm saying? When you're laying down, it's just, it works, right? So you can be flat all day. You lay back. Those babies, well, at least mine, they like go up. I feel like it's a natural breast lift when I'm laid back. So I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I do. So that would probably be the last thing on my list is the boobs of it all. So okay, all right, geez, Louise. Let's see. Okay, so you said nothing to on my body. I'm almost at go away and weightlifting is helping, but the face, yeah. So what would you have done to your face? And I'm going to tell you guys, you know, at one point my face was looking kind of sagged in, and I've been using this cream. I'm going to share what it is. After I wanted to give it some time to see if it worked, but I feel like even like I've been using these facial creams and this skin, you know, stuff. I don't say skin stuff because I'm not a big fan of like skincare. But so the skincare I've been using, and I think it like gives your face a little bit of like puff because my face was looking like coming in. I had so much more of this skin. You know, I still have it here, but it was worse. So that cream is helping, I believe. I think the cream is helping. But when you can still see it though, but you got to be like kind of looking for it type thing. But at first it was, I mean, I used to look into the mirror and I used to be like, you know, it reminds me of like crow skin. I don't know why, but I always think of crow for some reason. So yeah, and you know what? I'm one of those people. I'm not like sensitive about like how I'm looking and all of that. Like it's just like it is what it is, kind of. I feel like that. So I don't know if I'll become that. I hope not. If money's not an option, a mommy makeover along with your arms Yes to a tummy tuck in your arms. No, okay, we got the face. So what about the face though? Before GLP-1 breast implants, now nothing. Okay, why do you say before GLP-1 breast implants? Why would you do nothing now? What's the difference, Renita? Both of those, all my veins in my legs, my skin is so fair. I'm super self-conscious of that. Yes. Now, isn't there something you could do to get an incision? Like you could do something, because I got kind of veins too. But and I had tried to have them like taken, like I don't know if they're not taken out, but they're kind of like they disperse, right? So it's not like you can see the veins. But it wasn't successful for me. It didn't really work. Yeah. But if you got the ones that like are down your leg or into your thigh, like really heavy, mine aren't like that. They're kind of like in one little part that I just don't like. But yeah, you could get those removed. So I don't know if you knew that. I would try that first. And it wasn't. Now, this was years and years and years ago. It wasn't very expensive. But for me, I think I would wait and to do anything until I'm so close to my goal, if not at goal, because I just think you would probably, some of the stuff you would probably need to redo. I think you got to wait to a goal you're settled at before you do anything. And a good plastic surgeon is going to tell you, cosmetic surgeon, plastic surgeon, they're going to tell you to wait 6 months maintaining your maintenance goal or your whatever your goal weight is before they will even agree to operate. So there's that. Okay, so to be real, I'm much happier the way I look. Yeah, I agree with that too. Okay, so did I read these already? I feel like I've read these. Yeah, I scrolled up. Okay, so Rita says her arms and belly. Okay. So I'm getting my up top rejuvenated when I'm done. Double mastectomy lets me get updates as needed. I'm uneven and look like a deflated balloon. Okay, so so you could get it redone. I love that for you. Okay, good luck. Let us know when that is so we can really send some prayers your way. Journey said, she's saying to Journey, I've opened up a dedicated savings account for the lifts when I reach my goal. Excellent. Very good. Okay, very good. You guys are on it. I've watched too many episodes of Botched. Way to go, Nancy. That's the way to do it. Well, you know what? That's the thing, though. You really have to research where you're going, who's doing it, see some of their previous work, and just make sure you have your health is in order. Because, a lot of times when things go wrong, it's because the patient was not that healthy to begin with. So, but I'm sure they check that stuff out now too. A good one is doing that. And one of the things I wanted to say is there was a lady here. I want to say was she a teacher? This was in Ohio. I can't remember how long ago, but this lady, she documented, she had a lost weight, and I don't think it was with the GLP-1. It could have been, though I don't remember, but she lost weight. She had a husband, nice family, very supportive hubby, and she wanted to get a tummy, like a mommy makeover. I think Pamela mentioned the mommy makeover. Well, this lady wanted to get that. So she was documenting her weight loss, like on YouTube, not on YouTube, on TikTok, that she, was going on the journey and all of that. And they were showing some of this in this report I saw, this video I saw about it. It was like a news report. And so anyway, so she went to this facility with, and had the mommy makeover. Like her husband was recording her all the way up until she went out. Well, she never came out. So the husband was telling the story. She made it out of the surgery, but she started having, I shouldn't say she never came out. She made it out, when I say came out, the hospital. So she made it out of the surgery, but she started having some complications like soon after. Well, of course, he's suing the hospital, and I think he's suing the doctor. I don't know if he's suing the facility, but I brought all this up to say he was saying they should have been at a hospital. She was not at a hospital. So the doctor was affiliated with this hospital, but he had this medical center where he did this surgery for her. And then the husband was complaining because by the time that they realized things were going on with her, he said if they had been at a hospital, she would have had around the clock care, like more care. But at this facility, they, let things slip because, it was not a lot of, I guess the lady, the nurse wasn't, making rounds and stuff like she was supposed to. I can't remember all of it. But one of the things, the moral of the story was he was saying like he wished in hindsight that they had not been at this facility because in addition to that part of it where he didn't think that they were paying attention to his concerns with his wife and her breathing and all that, they had to take her from that place, that medical facility, that small one, to the regular hospital. And he said that wasted time. And if they would have just been at the hospital to have the procedure and not been at this little side kind of medical, center, that he thinks his wife would have stood a better chance. So there's that. So I don't know if you're having your procedure at a little medical clinic. I don't know if you're going over to, Colombia. I don't know if you're doing it, in Cali, where they probably have all these little medical centers set up, because that's probably that in Miami, Florida. Those are two hot spots I know where people go to get surgery. I just think it should be in a hospital. Like if they can't do it in a hospital, I'm not doing it because again, if something goes wrong, you got everything there. And some of these fancier facilities I know say, oh, we got this little spot. I know the celebrities do that. But they're probably paying somebody to just look at them and make sure they're okay and be ready to administer that. If you don't have that celebrity money, you're not getting the celebrity treatment. So I just want to put that PSA out there because I just think if you're going to get surgery, safety is like the number one thing, right? It just really is. The works you're getting a tummy tuck, lower body, thigh lift, breast lift, arms, lipo. Pain scares me as much as safety and cost. Yes, I know, but that's okay because they got some good meds. You just can't get addicted to those meds. Exactly, Nancy. It's hard to complain too much because I was not happy with my body before. Yes, for sure. Arms, you said, are one that's hard for you. Too hot here in Texas to wear long sleeves all year round. Absolutely. A breast lift. Yes. Harper, how are you? Yes, I get that. My stomach and thighs will be covered by insurance. For me, it's the turkey neck and breast lift. Yeah. Jeez, Louise. My cousin did her arms, and I don't know if so wait a second. So Journey, now don't they have it where you cannot see the scars? I thought my friend Derek was telling me they could do it like up under here, kind of, so you can't see the scars. Is that not true? Geez, Loie. Well, I mean, I'm saying I'm sure doctors have different ways that they do things, but can't they laser it and do something super fancy? Geez, we'll have to ask somebody. We'll have to ask Pammy Whammy when she gets hers. Your bat wings are sore. They come they're out of control. Are the scars bad? I always worry about the scars. Yeah, but I've seen some really good ones though, Paula. That is awesome and so lucky, Nancy. Okay, very good. So let's go. Let's see. Am I missing? You forgot to include your neck. Don't forget to like the live stream. Yes, please. Thank you. Not sitting up when I lay down, but then again, mine are plastic surgeon made from the postpartum. Okay, in your tummy. Yes, I don't know. Postpartum, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know when I'm laying down, geez Louise, just trying to be grateful for what I have and not find something wrong with another part of my body. It was weight at first. Now I'm at you're at your weight goal. Yeah. And I think that body comp is another real thing. That's like something you're in maintenance. And some of us are trying to think of it as we go, right? But it's like not for nothing. We got to focus on losing this weight. All adults here, if anyone is considering implants, be sure to have a good surgeon. There are a measurable amount of women who lose sensation in the nipples with implants. Do they really? Wow. Okay. Jeez Louise, it's always something. Okay, thanks for sharing that. Just what you wanted to come in. Darium, is there something you would do to your body? If cost or medically, right? Cosmetic, if cost or safety was not an issue, what would you do? Okay. So he's saying hello to recovery superstar. I love that. Hello, Cookie. How are you? Okay. People are saying hello to the two. Free surgery. Okay, so he says I would get chest, ab, backs, glutes, toe makeover. I would get my body laser hair removed. Oh, he said I would get longer legs. I would also have dread implants. I'm looking at this pic. You don't need any of that. You're already looking super fabulous. A teacher I knew had lost a ton of weight and planned her retirement and started having all these surgeries. And I heard during summer break she had, what did she have? Oh no, passed away from ovarian cancer. Jeez Louise. Oh man, what a heartbreaker. Wow. Mel is saying, why would they agree to do that at the clinic? They made a bad decision. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I was just surprised. I'm like, why wouldn't you be at a hospital to begin with? I just wouldn't agree to do that. Oh man, excuse me. That is so sad. Jeez Louise. Oh man. I thought you were gonna say she passed away from the procedures, but you're saying she passed away from ovarian cancer. Gosh, jeez Louise. You will only do the surgery in the hospital. Yeah, I know. A friend of mine had a tummy tuck and it went badly. Now she has autoimmune issues. I'm really afraid of that. Yeah. And so, I guess, she said, dear, now we want to see your toes. I guess, Paula, I would think like somebody who's going into that would have the risk versus the reward mapped out. You know what I'm saying? So I guess for me, is the risk worth the reward? For me, it's not. But for some people, it is. For you, is it, Paula? It doesn't sound like it is for you either. I don't know. I think if I was a younger spring chicken, not you see how I say younger, younger spring chicken, I think I would think about it more. But now at my age, it's like if I get all done up the way I want to look with the surgery and everything, is that going to make me so much happier? I don't know. I just don't know. And I kind of think it probably wouldn't. So why would I even do it? So I don't know. But again, a lady has a right to change her mind. So there's that. She said she weren't supposed to see the scars, but they're still healing and it needs more time, I guess, for it to disappear. Okay. Because I thought that they come up with a way now where you don't have to see those. I'm too scared to do any surgeries. I've always been afraid of any kind of surgery where I have to be under. Yeah, I can see that. It depends on how close up and how you heal. If you're prone to keloids, it's probably not a good idea. And I am prone to keloids, so it probably is not a good idea. Jeez Louise. You said supposedly they opened her up in the belly area and the cancer spread. Oh, jeez Louise. I'm sorry to hear that, Journey. And sometimes insurance doesn't cover the surgery, and these surgical centers do the types. Oh, okay. So that's probably why, Mel, she went there. Surgical centers do these types of procedures there. Wow. Wow. Jeez Louise. And I want to say, I think she saved up for this surgery too. I don't think she spent her own money. My health is more important. I just want to lose weight and get to my goal. Yeah. I think we kind of all do. I think of Joan Rivers and I need to be here for my son. Yeah. And Joan Rivers, she was older too when she was still trying to do all that. But, and that's another thing. Please, let me remind me, because I think once you see yourself, and I don't know, some of you have been on camera, probably, seeing yourself in a video, but once you see yourself, you see so many flaws. You see so many flaws with yourself. Before I never saw all these flaws, never thought about them, never cared about them. And so now that I'm seeing myself on camera, I'm seeing myself on these live streams, it does make you think like, oh, I could tweak this. Now, I will say, because I have a space in my tooth, not from a missing tooth, from just having a tooth, a space that just kind of it just grew in the space. It's kind of like having a gap. A gap, you usually associate the gap with like your front teeth. Well, my gap is like on the side. And I hate that because I feel like it looks like a missing tooth, but if you know me, you know I would not be having a missing tooth. I get that baby filled in. And I said to them, can I fit a tooth in there? It has spread out so long. So I would need to get like Invisalign. So don't be shocked one day I show up with Invisalign, because I was thinking about doing that. But guess what? I'm only doing that because I'm on YouTube looking at myself and it annoys me. If I was not on YouTube, I could care less. Yeah, I could care less about it. So I do see a Joan Rivers. That's why I'm more sensitive now to some of these people that are getting the surgery. But I do think that you got to have friends and family that can kind of reel you in and say, hey, you're going too far. And I don't know, maybe they're telling them, but if you got buku money to spend and you got people, who can afford to do whatever they want, whenever and however, it's like, who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna stop me? You know what I'm saying? So somebody could tell you that doesn't, I don't know if you're gonna necessarily listen, because don't you think, I just love Michael Jackson, but don't you think somebody had to tell him and his family, if not his mother or somebody, to slow it down? And he's just one example. Joan Rivers was another one. I'm sure her daughter probably told her mom, you don't need another surgery. Some of these folks aren't listening to anybody. So if I go rogue like that, more than Mel and Bellflower stop me. MVP, Mayor Mindy, Taisha, Pamela, stop me. Nancy, all you guys, Cheryl, say, Diva, you're doing too much. So yeah, and I don't plan on doing anything other than that Invisalign. I might get that, but I just don't know if I got the patience for that. So I don't know if I'll do that. But so I do, I can see where sometimes you want to tweak things, about yourself, and when you're seeing yourself so much. So there's that. I mean, what are you gonna do? Okay, so I see people make comments. While I'm looking at these comments, the last thing we want to do is we want to celebrate our wins, and then we're out of here. So if you have any wins to celebrate, because we kind of talked about what we don't like about our bodies, what we would switch. We didn't really say what we don't. Well, I guess we did, because people said the arms, the belly, this and that, what they would get. That's kind of a giveaway, right? But so let's talk about some great things. So what are you celebrating? My biggest win today is yesterday I got 9 hours and 36 minutes of sleep. So go Diva, go Diva, go Diva. So I'm excited about that. So that's my win. And I have some other ones too, but I'm just sticking with that one. So what are you guys celebrating? What are your wins so we can celebrate you? So Paula's saying, I agree with this, Paula. Paula's saying at 65, I don't think the risk is worth it. So I'm working as hard as I can on body recomp. That's the best thing I could do. But in a perfect world, sure I would. Yeah. And I think that's how I feel too at my age. Paula, I cannot believe you're 65. Oh my goodness. Is he another one? Just aging backwards, looking good. We love that for you. Geez, Louise. Okay, I was able to get over my fear of surgery when I went through breast cancer treatment and reconstruction, says Stacy. Okay, all right, very good. So I'm glad that you came out of that. So here, let's give you some confetti. You and Anissa. All right, here we go. Geez, Louise, Stacy, and you had a stressful job, you do have a stressful job in education. That's a stressful job. I mean, no matter what position you're in, it's just stressful. So good for you. Okay. All right. Journey saying Nicole has done her tummy tuck. Oh, did she? Okay. She went home only to find out she had pneumonia. Her womb was open and now she's back in high. Wait, she had pneumonia since January. Jeez, Louise. Oh my gosh. The real songstress coming in here looking like a beauty. She says, I'm wondering if my body is going to let me go below 123 pounds. I've been stalled for 3 months. Ooh, okay. Well, I think it probably will. Geez, Louise, and that's probably your body fighting, saying, no, I want to stay. Is this kind of like a sweet spot area? Because I'm like that in the 220s. Like my body loves the 220s. It's like, let my fat cells go. That's what I want to say. Geez, Louise. Okay, so yeah, I'm wondering if my body is gonna let me go below 123. Well, geez, Louise. Well, first of all, let's give you some confetti for getting down in the 120s like that. Geez, Louise. I said, geez, Louise. I said, geez, Louise. All right, all right. So I wonder too. Now I don't know enough about your history to know. What does your doctor say? Does your doctor tell you to keep going for it? Or is that something that you just want to do? Because you look great. Look at you looking like a diva. You're on the right channel because you're diva down. Okay, okay. Let's see. People are wishing Nicole the very best. So am I. Jeez Louise. I had Invisalign. Okay, you had Invisalign. Oh gosh, you have to tell me about it. You gotta email me. I have to email you. Okay, you gotta give me your email some sort of way because I want to know. I'm so nervous about it. Anything that's what do you call that when you don't have to have it? Um, what's the word, guys? Where you don't have to have something. It's on the tip of my tongue. I always say this too about surgery. Um, not voluntary. I guess it is voluntary, but anything that you don't have to do, I just don't, I'm not for it. Thank you, Journey. Okay, you're meeting your win is you're meeting your water goal. We love that. Your win is finally getting out of the 150s after almost 6 months. Did you say you were 149? I thought I saw that scrolling by. All right, so the water go imperfectly Pamela is out of the 150s. Go, 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 Pam. Go, 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 Pamela. Go, 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 go. What a good feeling. Gee, when you make it out of like any, cluster of a number where you were stuck for so long. Okay. Well, when we get to that Dee Dee's meetup, we're going to fatten you back up. I love it. No, we're not. We're going to be encouraging you to keep it going. Okay, self-taught. You said, okay, being grateful for where I'm at and acceptance. Maybe this is as low as I'm going to go. We love that. I love that for you. Great. Because then you know what? Once you let it go seriously, you're going to get there. You're not even going to be thinking about it. You're going to be like, oh, I'm fine where I'm at. I'm loving life. I'm looking good. I'm fabulous. And the next thing you know, you're going to be out of those 120s. Or even the 123, wherever you've been stuck at. Very good. Great mindset shift. I love that. You are so welcome. Let's see. Wait a second. Renita, celebrating that a cyst was found and not cancer. Okay, very good. Geez, Louise. Oh my goodness. Good for you. Okay, all right. Love that. Love that. Love that. Okay. Okay. Zerium says my win is learning to live in the moment more and stop earning rest. Yes. I love that. Stop earning it. It comes with the program, right? It's a part of your journey. Okay, we love that. Very good. That's why you're looking good. You got to get that rest in there. Darian, red is your color. Seriously, though, you do look great with this red. I just love the whole vibe of your profile pick. We love that. Okay, I'm scrolling down. If I scroll past yours, it's not on purpose. It just takes me down farther sometimes. Okay. Hey, Elizabeth, you got into some jeans today that you haven't been able to wear in a while. Okay, very good. And then Paula says her win is A1C of 5.2. 5.2. We love that. Now, I'm going to say you don't want to go down too far because you don't want to have to worry about that low blood sugar. So that's a good spot for you to be in. I'm not your doctor, but I'm just saying based on what I've seen. So let's give Elizabeth and Paula some confetti. Here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. All right. So let's see. Okay, so every time I do that, I get okay, I saw that. Let's see. Oh, people are saying they love that for Darian. So the weight loss is the struggle, but your A1C, well, hey, that's great. We'll take that. That's a great health marker for you. Somebody measured their ankles and calves. Okay, and I'm 3 inches per ankle and 6.5 inches per calf. You are down. The scale may be slow, but the inches are real. The inches are inching. We love that. Go, sweet bee, sweet bee, sweet bee, sweet bee, sweet bee, sweet bee, sweet bee. Go, sweet bee. Go, sweet bee. I'm over here. You know what? My daughter, I got her singing up a storm. I make up a song for everything. You guys probably are like, geez, Louise, I do this at home too. I make up a song. My daughter starts making up songs. It's just funny. Okay. Somebody's asking the real songstress how tall she is. I've been 124 pounds for 6 months now. I don't think my body wants to go lower. And honestly, I'm okay with it. Okay. All right. Elective. Yeah, that's not the word I always say. Maybe, yeah, but that's a good word, Anissa. I agree. A win is a win is a win. Okay, people are congratulating. I'm scrolling down. If I missed somebody, I'm so sorry. I think people are saying, oh, thank you. Did you say something MVP and I missed yours? I think she's just saying congratulations. Let's see. Okay. All right. There we go. We got it. We got the people. Oh, we'll end with this. Okay. Congratulations to everyone on your wins. I love that. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sweet Bee says thanks, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for sharing your wins. Thank you for the discussion. I had a great time today, and I will see you guys next Wednesday, unless I do some sort of pop-up, but I don't think so. Enjoy your 4th of July. Stay safe, stay out of a crowd if you can help it. Because it's like a lot of stuff going on out there. People have gone bonkers, but I'm so blessed that we get to be in America. I love this country. I love the people, and I just think that it's room for us to always do better. But we just got to start with like loving on each other, and celebrating each other, and being happy and proud of each other. And so go out there, celebrate our beautiful union we have here, but just also stay safe and stay prayed up. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.